Good evening and welcome to my end of the week recap here for Apple and trade plan for next week. On the open on Monday, per my previous plan, I was looking for a breakout above this 175.5 area. Ideally, I actually wanted to be into the 180 calls, but the premium looked a little high and these 5 April ones were just right. Plus, I already had them on my screen, so looked like we were going to make a significant move up and maybe start working our way up to that 190 area, which is the 200 SMA. So on the open, I took a few entries here. I got into the 182.5s at an average of 173. I got a fill, I think, at 157, some in the 170s, and just pulled my average up as price went. So took some off here at 195. Looked like there was a seller on the tape. Then up here just over 210, I did take some off as well just to lock it in. And I was planning to hold the remainder of the position higher because the opening range looked like a nice bull flag that was starting to set up for a significant move higher. That did not occur, and on this breakdown, I did trail out the remainder at 180. Put in a descending resistance line here throughout the rest of the week. And on Thursday was the next entry that I did take. Now I did not get into the 172.5s here, the 21, which I ideally would have liked to. Got in the 29 March 180s here. Went a little bit too far out of the money, but this did turn into a profitable trade, minorly profitable if I should say. In at 117, out for an average of call it 126, 127, right there as it ran into that resistance and the ADMA. Now, what I'm looking for next week, Apple's not really doing anything as far as a trend goes. I don't see any catalysts coming up. So unless we get out of this range, it's set up here between 175.60 and 170. It's just going to chop back and forth, and it's not worth my time. So it's kind of on standby. I do want to throw these lines on here real quick. That's not where that's supposed to go. Right in that region there, and to there, and essentially it's going to be in a range. Now above there, I'll be glad to go ahead and look for a trade up to this 190.80, which is the 200 SMA. If on Monday there is a strong move above this trend that also comes up with volume above the ADMA, I will take a stab at the 175 calls for the end of the month for a move up there. Now there is a lot of price action immediately above there, so it's probably going to chop back and forth, and as I said, Apple's going to be on standby. This is not going to be a priority. Looks like there's going to be a lot of pot names that may move this week, so that's actually going to be my focus, but this will be on the back burner, and I will have alerts set to go ahead and jump into it if it does set up. Ideally, I would love to see Apple pull back down here to the 50 SMA, and I'll take some 165 calls for a long-term swing. Well, not long-term, about 4 weeks. I mean, long enough to make a significant move here off the 50 SMA. So we'll see what happens going forward with that. So as I said, right now, Apple's just kind of on the back burner. No real rush to get into anything right now. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below. Have a good evening and good luck tomorrow.